喺去邊啊？其實呢個 OK
呢個好入去
嚇。
Hello everyone. So I want to say that I've come to America, specifically Syracuse, for an exchange study that lasts for 1 semester. The culture here is very much different from Hong Kong. There are also a lot of similarities. People use computers, phones, drive cars, we go to a lecture hall for classes, sleep in a residence hall if we have a place, and eat in a canteen. The difference lies in the way we express ourselves. In Syracuse, or perhaps the US in general, people have more freedom. I'm not saying we break the law if we do the same thing in Hong Kong, but say I saw someone wears a flower crown to class and nobody seemed to have any problem with that. If you do the same thing in my home university, I think you'll be able to talk with the whole school for like a whole month. Okay, maybe it's the fashion trend. Maybe our fashion senses are different. So I'm gonna give another example. I made some international friends on campus, and the way they talk, let's say they will talk about themselves a lot, say their own experiences, their own opinions, and it doesn't matter if it's not very informative. I have a class that is about fiction writing and reading, and since I had a creative writing course back in Hong Kong, I can now compare the two. Before I go on, I want to say that my analysis might not be as objective. After all, I've only taken one course per university. My experiences can't represent every professor or the entire school. After the disclaimer, it comes like this. My home university, the creative course professor would give out a list of professional sounding words, for example, different kinds of story structures, and then we have to give reasons why it fits to one specific story structure. In Syracuse though, it is more like having a heart-to-heart discussion with friends. It usually goes like, the professor would say, so what do you think of this part of the story? And in the first few times, my mind would throw up words like, this is exposition description because the author just told the reader's background information instead of showing anything. But then the other students would go, oh, I like the protagonist so much, it makes me root for him because I have similar experiences, blah blah blah. I was experiencing a tiny, silent, private mind blown. It's so casual and yet so enjoyable at the same time. It doesn't just actually makes me want to write stories, but I also want to get out of my comfort zone and join in the discussion. And most importantly, I want myself heard. This is really important moment for me because I was used to being silent, academic, and generally impersonal. Before I'd wait for my turn to speak. If there isn't a turn for me, then I'll just let it be. But now I would raise my hands and speak up at least 2 times in class. I can feel myself going forward, improving, and going somewhere. And there's still a lot of room for that, because I'm still experiencing that urge to speak, but not being able to. Say I want to speak more, I have a concept or an idea that I want to share, but the words wouldn't come out or my brain just can't finish editing. And like a verbal constipation, I can feel my throat choked and my chest start to ache like a heavy weight is laying upon it. But when I finally pushed myself to speak, it feels so good. It's a bit unnerving, but immensely relieving, so I guess I'm going towards the right direction. Let's backpedal a bit and talk about something that's related to the theme of this channel. Being in another country is not an excuse not to keep on drawing. There's a lot of new environment and culture for me to explore after all. That is why I registered for an illustration course, and that is fantastic. In the class, we're taught about anatomy, techniques to figure drawing which work out better than the techniques I've been used to. For example, before the course, I was drawing square shapes when drafting a human body, and the professor taught us to use two beans to arrange the position of the rib cage and the pelvis area. That got technical for a moment. Before, my drawings are a bit angular, like everything is built on straight lines, and I was connecting the dots to make a drawing. Now things are more dynamic and free, and I can feel my pencil flowing through the paper, and I can worry much less about how things look and focus on creating the posture and position I want. The professor had worked on graphic novels at DC and Marvel, and I think this is a really precious opportunity to meet, let alone learn from someone who has experience in the industry. I know I want to be a digital illustrator, but I still have to figure out if I want to focus on concept art, graphic novels, or something else entirely, or part of something combined. But I know I'm doing something I love, and I'll keep on going to this direction. So those two aforementioned courses, the writing course and the drawing course, are my favorite ones. I'm thinking about how I can implement the skills I learned from both classes to create something. Like I can write a story and make a comic out of it. There won't be just comics, of course. There'll be a lot of other possibilities. That's what creativity is for, right? Anyway, I think I'm going to post another video about my exchange studies in the future to update things and keep a record of what I learned and what I should improve on. If you like this video, you can click like and subscribe below, or you can comment. Let me know what you think. You can share your own experiences and thoughts. And that's pretty much all of it this time. See you next video. Bye bye.